Hey there, brilliant people. This is Catherine. So today I want to talk to you about the one thing that actually can determine how well you grow in life. Now, you can read all sorts of books about the importance of, uh, you know, self-discipline, about courage, about self-love, about the ability to delay gratification. They're all true. However, what I found in my years of, working on my own growth, working on with students, with clients, help them grow in their lives. What I've found is that there is one thing that really pretty much determines how far we're going to be able to grow. Now, what is that one thing? Well, strangely, it's the ability to tell the difference between good pain and bad pain. Now, how on earth can pain be good, you might ask? It's a fair question because, none of us, well, I don't like to be in pain, that's for sure. So the thing is that with pain is actually a signal in the body that something is changing. So good pain is a signal that, look, something's changing, but you are going in a more expansive direction. So even though things are changing, so they might be uncomfortable because they're not familiar, but it's good because you're going in a good direction. Bad pain is saying, things are changing and it's not going in a good direction. It's going in a negative direction. So that's the trick. So how do we recognize what good pain is and bad pain is? So with physical pain, good pain generally is what I call that achy stretch feeling. Whereas bad pain is anything hot or sharp. If you ever feel hot or sharp pain, stop immediately because, hot or sharp pain is generally neurological pain. It means that that's a signal in your body to just stop because you're doing some damage. But we can get these same signals, spiritually or energetically, and mentally and emotionally as well. So with emotional pain, emotional pain is some kind of discomfort. So the trick is like, how do we know if this discomfort is just because we're seeing, we're out of our reality, it's a little bit unfamiliar, and that can feel, a little bit scary. Well, again, I know I often talk about the soul seat. So, when you check in your soul seat, that will tell you, well, is that expansive or not? And of course, interestingly, the soul seat, sometimes it is called the high heart because it actually can tell us whether what we're feeling is taking us upwards or taking us somewhere else. So the soul seat can tell us whether our emotional discomfort is actually positive or negative. So whether it's good pain or bad pain. Then mentally, when we get confused, that actually is a sign of mental pain. So again, how do we know if that is, if the kind of confusion that we're getting because someone has just told us a truth that is bigger than what we've ever known, and so we're confused because, it's not the reality that we've known up until now? Or how do we know that that confusion is not coming from the fact that they've just told us a lie? Because confusion is actually, it's just a signal in our mind that, well, I don't know how to compute this. So it might be that we can't compute it because it's a lie, or it might be that we can't compute it because it's real, but it's an other reality, or it's a bigger reality than what we've actually learned about up until now. Well, again, if we use our soul seat, that can help us tell whether that's expansive or not. Of course, with your mind, you can also check it. You can actually then look at that thing and go, okay, so if that was true, what would be the consequences of that? And so generally, when it is a greater truth, you'll find that it will have, alignment to the world. when it's a lie, well, obviously that's usually that there are things that are out of alignment. So, but again, by using your soul seed, it will generally tell you whether that confusion is taking you in a more expansive direction, in other words, positive, or it's taking you in a negative direction. And then spiritually or energetically, well, so that discomfort, well, sometimes we can feel it as a sense of uneasiness. You might, like your conscience is talking to you. Well, that just means that you're looking at something that is out of alignment with who you really are, or it might be that you're actually being asked to kind of refine your awareness of who you think you are. Because there's who we think we are, which is kind of like our closest guess to who we really are today, and then there's who we really are. And in many ways, growth through life is a process of reworking who we think we are so it gets closer and closer to who we really are. So the challenge there, of course, is to know, well, is that closer to who I really am or not? And again, we come back to the soul seed. So if you would like to learn more about the soul seed, obviously my book would be really good. There are links to that down below because it takes you through all the exercises to do there. There's also links down below to the different meditations that can help you learn that as well. But I'll tell you a trick. If you get the book, there are actually codes in the book that will enable you to get those meditations for free. So you might want to do that. All right, so there you are. That's how the difference between, good pain or bad pain, and the fact that understanding that difference, it's a major key to your own personal growth. So use that key, and until next time, remember that you're brilliant.